Get mad if your bike squeaks in your ears and oil is on them. These are the tools you're going to need. Put your bike upside down. Okay, so step 2 is put the bike in its lowest gear. Okay, now it's in its lowest gear. You're gonna brake. It will stop spinning. Now we're gonna untighten these bolts. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to take the wheel out. Okay, so now the wheel is out, you're gonna pop that aside. Okay, so now you're going to see this piece of wire. You're going to bend it over so that it's straight. Try not to damage your bike. Okay, now you're going to come to the other side and you're going to see this pin. You're going to pull it out if it can. Sometimes you may have to use a thing to pull it out. Okay. Make sure it is straight so you don't damage your brake pads. In this case it ain't straight, so I'm damaging everything now. Okay, so I'm going to pull over your feet. Yep. Okay, it's out now. A little bit of force. Okay, come on. Okay, now you're going to push it there from the bottom, right there where the pin was in. You're going to push it up, and then you're going to see your whole brake pads are going to come out like this. It's struggling a lot if it's dirty, like mine always is. And there's your brake pads, and now we're going to get to the cleaning. Pads are very black, and now yeah, if it's black it is dirty of oil and stuff and dirt. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of that. In this case looks like there's mineral oil leaking on it, so yeah, we're going to get rid of that real quick. Okay, now here we have our brake pad. So we're going to just take it apart. You're just going to take these silver things, rip it apart. So now here's your spring, just like a spring. You're going to do nothing with that today, so you're just going to put this aside. Now as we can see, our brake pad is very dirty. It's such blackish, it's very greasy. Now you ain't supposed to touch these with your hands, because if you have very sweaty hands, you're going to get it very bad. So it should be like brownish, but this, if you can tilt it, and it reflects like this, yeah, it's dirty. Okay, so there's 2 ways. We're going to just do the basic way today. It is just by using spirits and a cloth. Now this other method, you're going to put spirits on the pads and you're going to light it, and I don't like that way because it can damage your pad and your pads can flew off in that time. So we're going to get rid of these and we're going to open our spirits. We're going to put that aside. Okay, now don't throw away those. Okay, so put it there. Can use a smaller cloth. I'm going to do it right here. Rip it apart. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now it's smaller. Okay, so now you're going to put a little bit of spirits on your cloth. Going to just stamp it up and just so it's calm. So okay, now we're going to get our brake pad and we are going to rub it on it. Just going to rub it. Look at all this. I didn't even rub it quite good. So yeah, now we're just going to rub it. Going to take a time, but look at that, it's already looking better. Look, it's already silvery and all that stuff. Look at how much oil, and this is basically mineral oil because my brake leaks. So we're just going to rub it off. Rub it nice and hard until it looks like, it is going to look quite darkish at the beginning. Just rub it. Okay, so I'm going to You can also use a toothbrush. Just as the beginning, I'm going to show you the other pad. Just rub it. This one. Look at that. You can see those. I don't know if you can see it, but those copperish thingies that coming out. Look at how brownish it already is versus this one that we haven't cleaned yet. You can already see a huge difference, but this one is still dirty. Want to get that off because that's bad. So I'm going to skip it because it takes some time. Very hard at scrubbing, so I'm going to pause the video so you guys don't have to look at me be doing a bunch of stupid stuff. Okay, now you're going to rub it until nothing is left on the cloth. So there's a little bit of darkness. You're going to rub it until there's nothing on the cloth, so it's just clean. So you can already see a huge difference. So now your bearings ain't going to squeak as much and we're going to grip much better. So this is my first time doing it to these back brakes. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to let those dry. So I rubbed it and there's basically nothing on the cloth. Basically just clean. So, let me show you the difference. This one is cleaned. And this one is dirty. Huge difference. You see nothing reflects off it. Okay, so now I'm going to get to this pad. I'm going to do another method with this one. We're going to set it on fire. That's right. Okay, so now I'm just going to get the pad so I don't burn the hole in my mom's table. Okay, so we're going to put this here. Okay, now this. Okay, we're going to put a little bit. Not much. Okay, I know we threw away the matches, but I have to go this way. Okay, to get our spirits, this is very flammable. It's right there, as we like it. Yeah. Just pour a little bit. Just trying to do it fits. This method ain't as good as this one that you just rub it. I don't know, I just don't like this method. So now we're going to set it on fire. Okay, it's burning. I know it ain't. Look, I can set this thing on fire again. Yeah, it's burning. Real good. Just going to leave it so it burns. Well, it kind of works, but something has been damaging this pad of me. You can clearly see something has been damaging it a lot, like right here, scuff marks. And yeah, that's still burning hot. So now while it's burning, we're going to wait. Be careful, these things can get very hot. Ow! Oh! Ow! No, as you can see, this method ain't as good. I know. Just going to look at the difference. So yeah, going to get rid of this. So now, I'm just going to rub it because I know it's the best way ever. Be careful, they can get hot and they are vicious. Trust me. Gonna weten the cloth with spirits. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're going to just get all the dust off. I'm going to try to not burn my fingers off. Oh. This ain't my language, if you know why I'm struggling with talking English. Yep. These are pretty nice brake pads. If we go to the shop, but we ain't near it because we live in the middle of nowhere, just scrub all the dust off and all that kind of stuff. So now, I have to put this here. Now I'm just going to do the same thing with this pad. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to make a video next of how I'm going to try to find the hole in that where it's leaking in my Logan brake ball because something ain't right. And I don't like squeaky brakes. So yeah, as you could hear on the beginning of the video, it's awful. So yeah, I'm just going to fast forward so you guys don't have to look at me doing a bunch of dumb stuff. Okay. Oh goodness, it's all. Okay, now I've been scrubbing this pad for a real while, and nothing has changed. I don't know why. Because I think it's this pad that goes push, but because my other one and that pushes this pad, he wasn't working. He got seized up somewhere. I don't know why. This one has some really bad scuff marks on it because I tried to do the mud trick to get the oil out of my brake pads. So don't do that. It is basically wearing out your brake pads. It's very bad. Don't do it. So I'm going to try scrubbing it for another while, and then I'm going to just take a thin layer of sandpaper and just sand it down. Yeah, because this sucks to get oil in your brakes. It legitimately ain't fun. Okay, so now we are just got some P60. If your bike has these pads have grooves in them, please use not these groovy ones. So yeah, just use ones that are not as thick. We're just going to scrub it down a bit. Easy work of that. Okay, not too much because you're wearing about your whole brake pad off. As you can see, I already did. Just gonna scrub it. That's already a little bit better. Because that can damage your brake disc. So now, okay, now that's how it looks. Just going to still get some of the spirit. So I'm going to put it back in. So input is much harder in the back brakes than the front brakes. So just going to still rub it until it's dead. Oh. Scrub it real good. Okay, here's our brake pads. It is in the spring. Very nice, so you can push it and it acts like a spring. So now we are going to put it into the caliper. Make sure this pointy piece of the brake pads are facing downwards. Now you're going to angle it and push it down. Oh no. It can be very hard if the brake pads have been used a lot, like mine. Just push it, angle it. And there we go. Now we're going to get our pin, and now we're going to put it from this side, so the round piece of the pin comes outwards. So you're going to push it through the hole first. Make sure your holes in the brake pads are in line. You're going to push it through and twist it a bit until you can see that it comes out the other side. You can tick it a little bit. Just see something right. It can be hard sometimes. There we go. Now it's out. So now we're going to take this piece, so right here, and we're going to bend it over. Just like that. A little bit more. There we go. Now that should keep your brake pad from running away.